Lamont Tonelli.
And now it's time for 69.
69, jabroni.
Oh, yeah.
69 over here.
You know that we all love 69.
Papa like it a 69.
Uh-huh.
69, bro.
Hey, now it's time for 69.
It's time to talk football with old number 69, Mike McGlinchey. Who doesn't love 69?
Sponsored by 21st Amendment Brewery. Time to try 21st Amendment's Hell or High Mango. Brewed with real mangoes. And by the Contra Costa County Office of the Sheriff. Visit cocosheriff.org to learn more about a career in public safety.
That's right, and it's time to talk to old 69, Mike McGlinchey, if he's there this week. Mike, did you get up in time today?
I did, yes. I did make it in time.
My goodness. Now, let's give a little background. Last week, we went to the phone lines, and you weren't there, even though Baby Huey assured me that you would be there because he checked with the 49ers. And I said, well, let me ask you this, Baby Huey. Why did you not check with Mike himself? Wouldn't that have made more sense? Because I know last week was a bye week. I thought maybe you were taking the week off. But 10 minutes after the feature was supposed to run, we get a frantic call from Mike McGlinchey. He goes, hey, guys, now what was your excuse?
I didn't hear my phone. That was what it was.
Yeah, I didn't hear my phone. So now let me ask you this, Mike. Have you ever missed or been late to a 49er team meeting?
Absolutely not. I'm very
Absolutely not. I love it.
Now, if you were late to a meeting, what would happen?
There's some pretty hefty fines that you have to pay. There's some other repercussions probably with the way you're viewed in the building, and if you're a repeat offender, it's usually very bad, but first-time offenses normally aren't the worst.
You have never been late, but what's the most you've seen anybody get fined for being late or missing a meeting?
You know what? I think each situation is different, and they definitely do not disclose that information to the rest of the team.
Right.
That is very private information as to what money goes in and out, but definitely take a lot of pride in my punctuality and what I've done in that regard of my career. And very.
So I'm just I'm kind of curious though. Has anyone who has ever been fined said to you, "Oh my God, they docked me this"? Do any of the guys talk about what they've been fined?
They normally talk about the ones that are on the field. If the league, for a play or something that happens on the field that's deemed fine-worthy. Those are the ones that get really talked about. We really don't have it's very, very, very rare to see late fines or anything like that because most guys, you're in the pros, right? So you want guys to be professionals, and you're not going to be on the team very long if you're a guy that can't maintain something simple like being on time.
Oh, I'd be done.
Tonelli's late for everything. All right, and that brings up a great point. And over the years, have you played with anyone that was late for everything?
In college, for sure.
Yeah.
But not in the NFL, no. We have guys that, obviously guys that have it mapped out to the very second of how much sleep they can get every single day. But other than that, they never get past the limit. So everybody knows how to get in and get on time for whatever meeting we have to start the day. And I haven't seen anybody really been late since college.
So other than sleeping a little extra last week, what did you do on your bye week?
I went to the Giants game, the Game 5 on Thursday night. That was a ton of fun. Unfortunately, the wrong result, but it was a lot of fun being in the stadium and stuff and seeing the playoff atmosphere. And then had to take a day off on Friday because of how fun the Giants game was on Thursday.
I love it.
And was here at the facility for Monday through Friday, and on a little bit on the weekend, just getting treatment and getting some workouts in and trying to get the body back for the next 12 weeks.
Hold it! I thought when you guys had a bye week that you were not allowed to go into the facility.
No, you're allowed to go in, but a lot of guys choose to take a couple days to leave town and go see family and stuff like that. And my family's all the way back in Philadelphia, and so we were let go on Tuesday from official team stuff, and getting back. And I had some treatment and stuff to do from the way my body felt throughout the first couple weeks of the season, and a 6-hour flight to Philadelphia wasn't exactly in the cards.
Yeah. So who did you go to the game with then on the Friday night?
So I was there with my girlfriend Brooke and a bunch of our friends, and then met up with George and a couple of our other teammates because George and those guys did the pump up the crowd before the game started, so they were all there too. So part of the game with Brooke and I and our friends, and then George did some of the part, and then went home with we all carpooled together. So
now
we sat in the blue 140, section 140.
Oh, yeah, those are pretty good seats. Now you mentioned your girlfriend Brooke. How long have you guys been seeing each other?
A little over a year now. Yeah, we've been together since I don't know, summer of just end of summer of 2020, I guess. So
you met in the pandemic. That's interesting.
Pandemic dating.
Yeah.
Met before.
Okay.
I had a little bit of a way to start it going, but we've been together for about over a year.
How did you guys meet?
Met at a restaurant here in the Bay Area, or right in my neighborhood in Willow Glen. Met at the table, believe it or not. I was out to dinner with my mom.
You were out with your mom, and you met the girl that you're dating now? How did that happen?
She was there with some friends, and she came over and dropped her number. And
I love it.
Oh,
my
Forward
goodness.
girl.
What did your mom think of that?
Yeah.
She just kind of laughed. We didn't really talk about it too much, but it just kind of happened, and then talked for a little bit, wound up not falling apart, and then not falling apart, excuse me, but drifting away, and then
He's been very careful.
We'll take falling apart.
Might be falling apart after this interview.
Right? And ran into each other a couple times after that, and then it just kind of took off.
Like that. Hey, so how do you feel after this rest going into the season again? Because you have a game this weekend.
I feel good. I feel excited. It's always good to get a little bit of a refresher on a bye week and get back into the swing of things. But it's also an exciting time because we're going to have a hard finish to the season because we had an early bye. So it's not we played 5 games. We have 12 more. So we're going to have to grind here for the next 10-ish weeks, and then we get a Thursday night game, and there's kind of like a mini bye after that. But it's going to be a grind here for the next couple of weeks, and we've spent the week getting our minds right for that.
So maybe you can clear something up. We're a little confused. Who's going to be a quarterback? You got Garoppolo with a bad calf or ankle, and you have Lance now with the sprained knee. Apparently, Lance didn't practice yesterday. What's going to happen Sunday?
Well, Jimmy came out and looked good yesterday, so I'm not sure what the plan is going forward. It's not my call. I'm just going to stay up. Tackle and block for whoever's behind him.
He knows his job.
All right. Hey, Mike, good luck to you this weekend, all right?
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right,
Mike,
there we go.
Easy,
the great Mike
Sunday.
McGlinchey, who can take crap as good as the next guy because we were dumping on him for being late.
I love that. And he took it well, and we got to know him a little bit.
Exactly.
I love that.
And who knew you could pick up girls while having dinner with your mom?
I mean, that's impressive.
That's some talent right there.
He's got mad skills,
exactly.
okay?
Lamont and Tonelli.